Greetings, fellow space pirates. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of a new series playing No Man's Sky as an outlaw. If you would like to skip the game's overview or the scenario goals, please use YouTube chapters. No Man's Sky is a game about space exploration, crafting, building, maintaining fleets of ships, and colonies of colonists, as well as a story about the origins of the universe. I am playing as an outlaw, focusing on combat, smuggling, and piracy. I am playing single player, and my live viewers can vote to decide what goals to focus on. The goal of Outlaw is to become a powerful pirate king by building a staffed pirate base to support smuggling operations with resources and illegal contraband, gather a powerful fleet to control a slice of the galaxy and run operations, and to govern a wealthy and populous pirate colony. If you would like more No Man's Sky content, details about how to vote for more content can be found in the description of this video. I have very dilated pupil right now. This looks irradiated? Or toxic. I guess it's toxic? Oh boy. Not a lot of plant life. I hear some animals. It's named Math, what is that, Math 18?
User initialization sequence complete.
All right. So at the start here, we're going to need to find or repair our scanner. So ferrite dust, which I can get off of these crystal cube things. I need 75 of it. And let's try to get the mining beam as hot as possible, because a hot mining beam is more efficient. And just to like feather the heat so it doesn't... Nope, can't get that one. So much faster. I'm gonna get a little extra ferrite dust because we are overheated. All right, scanner is fixed. So the next thing I need is sodium to recharge our suit's environmental protections, and there we go. Got that. I know there's a quick access menu. I just find it slower, so I don't use it.
Starship signal detected.
Alright, there's my starship signal. So, for those that don't know, on the bottom left, we have life support, which is the white bar, and then my environmental protection. And on this planet, it's radiation. That is the problem. So my radiation protection, and it is dropping quickly. So while I'm traveling over to the starship, I ought to grab as much sodium to recharge my radiation protection as possible. Keeping my radiation protection up will allow me to keep exploring without having to hunker down. Alright, it's almost at 50%. That's a little better. How do we do the sideways jump? Hit Q to punch, and then hold spacebar to jetpack. If you punch first, it allows you to kind of do a lunge. Otherwise, it looks like this, where you just kind of float. If you've played Sea of Thieves has very much the same sort of attack lunge. So it's an attack lunge. And every now and then, you'll actually see me, when I do the attack lunge, like I just picked up dihydrogen from that dihydrogen crystal, because I actually punched the crystal, and it allows you to harvest that way. Ooh, whoa, an S tier mining module. Yeah, so that's nice. This gives a big upgrade. And I'm just sort of hitting all the points of interest between me and the ship.
Radiation.
So my hazard protection will fill back up once I'm like inside a ship, but not my life support, which is mostly powered by like oxygen or something like oxygen. I'm also not going to be reading all the little things. This doesn't really tell you very much. It's mostly just like tech jargon about what's going on. But I'm going to broadcast my location to try to make a contact with others. So let's investigate the crash ship. And the first order of business, the first goal is fix the ship. We can't really go anywhere without a broken ship, so fixing the ship is the priority. So the thrusters and engines are offline, and the launch thrusters. So we need to repair the ship. And the first one that I need to repair is the pulse engine, which is metal plating, which is made from ferrite, and hermetic seal, which I'm going to find. It's also nice to just search, especially early on when you're poor, to search all of the little boxes, because they can hold some pretty valuable things to a early on player. All right, so the tutorial wants me to collect some ferrite dust.
Radiation protection. Void.
And my radiation protection is really low. So I'm going to need to hunker down in that ship for it to regen, probably. There. I got all the ferrite dust. Is that rust worth keeping? So the rust can be refined into ferrite. So as long as I have inventory space in my suit for it, I might as well. Alright. So now we need to find a hermetic seal, and I'm going to request assistance, and it will tell me where I can find a seal nearby. So I end up getting a planetary chart from the distress beacon that will point me to where a seal could be found.
Radiation.
But I'm going to sit in the ship for a second to fulfill my radiation protection. Then for the launch thrusters, I will require pure ferrite, which I can make with a refiner, and dihydrogen jelly, which I can make from dihydrogen, again, with a refiner. So we'll probably have to use the refiner. But the refiner can refine rusted metal. It can also refine residual goop, stuff like that. While I'm sitting here, let's get our life support back
Technology recharge.
to 100%.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Where's it want me to go? It's like marked coordinates. Okay, yeah, over there. And we are, I believe, guaranteed a storm
Protection.
traveling there.
Void.
Just the way the game's coded, you get your first storm as you're trying to get to the marked location, so I'll be ready for that by getting there quickly. Ooh, we also got some sodium nitrate from one of those crates. That's like an improved version of regular sodium, which regens our environmental protection, which is really sweet. Oh, and jetpack boost. This little blue flower gives you like a lot more jetpack energy. We're flying now.
Weather warning.
Kith and Pillbug, thank you for the resubs, by the way. And Fabby for the resub as well. Sutash for gifting out a community sub. Thank you all. So yeah, here comes our storm. But luckily, there is shelter right up here. We can hunker down for the storm to pass.
Stabilizing. Radiation protection. Stabilizing.
So this hollow archive has a hermetic seal. Got it. Done. So the next thing I want to do is to probably make a portable refiner, and apparently I need one more oxygen for that, plus metal plating. So even though there's a storm outside, actually we can go into this cave system and find oxygen in here. There's typically oxygen plants, sodium. Yeah, see here's some oxygen hazardous flora, which will allow us to make the refiner. And sodium is really useful early on because it regenerates your hazard protection, but it also regenerates your ship shield. So if you get into space battles, it's pretty critical. While I'm down here, I might as well get some cobalt too. I'm probably going to want cobalt pretty early on. And the stalagmites and tights of the cave are laden with cobalt. That's an easier way to find them. And then for the refinery that I want to make, I want some additional ferrite. So I'll travel around this cave while there's a storm up top, looking for some ferrite rocks. But they're harder to find in cave systems. Cave systems are mostly like cave marrow and stalagmites and stalactites made of cobalt. I think that's a cave marrow flower. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm not going to have any luck in here. I can already tell. This cave really just doesn't have ferrite rocks. I can go outside in the radiation storm. It should be fine. Generally speaking, the planet you start on isn't so violent as to kill you super fast in the storms, unless you get really unlucky. They're not super storms, they're just bad. But I'm also doing some mining from here, although my mining beam's almost out of charge. It's out. Alright, so here is our portable refiner. And that portable refiner is going to allow us to make the dihydrogen jelly and the pure ferrite that we need. So with the storm cleared, we are next going to be prompted to do an analysis visor. So analysis visor allows us to analyze things for more resources and also to figure out what they're made out of and find certain items. It's a really essential tool. And for that I need a little bit of carbon. So these little tube plants are a good carbon source. And if you have any questions, feel free to use the channel point redemption of like ask a question about the game, and I'll do my best to answer all the questions that are asked. Canadian Panda, thank you for the resub too. Oops. All right, there we go. So now I can analyze the different rocks and the like to figure out the materials they're made out of. So like this rock also gives me dihydrogen, for instance. And the reason the game prompts you to make that visor is it allows you to find your ship more easily as well, in case you're ever lost. Cave marrow is not particularly useful for early game money, no. If things are useful to make some early game money, I'll grab it. And every rock I'm mining, I'm just analyzing so I get a little bit more yield from them. And also the secondary resources, because I'm going to want the dihydrogen to repair the ship. Alright, what is my resources at? I need a little bit more dihydrogen, and then I'll be all set.
Radiation protection 40.
Actually, I think it's only 30 dihydrogen that I require, not 60. I think it's only one jelly that I need. Alright. Let's take a little cover. Are we voting on the ship? I'm planning on going with a pirate ship, which is to say a Vesper-sailed one. But early on in the game, I'm just going to take whatever I can get. I'm not going to be picky. Alright, so here's the portable refiner. And even though the game hasn't prompted me to do it yet, I'm going to start working on the next ship repair part, which is to get the 50 pure ferrite and the dihydrogen jelly. I'm probably going to need a little bit more carbon for that, though. So there's my pure ferrite. And I'm going to put a little bit more fuel in that, because dihydrogen jelly takes like 2 minutes to process. And I wouldn't want to start the process, waste fuel, and then have the process end because I ran out of fuel.
Radiation protection falling.
Where's... oh, here's my carbon.
Units received.
Is this a follow stream? No. See the first 2 words of the stream? Says new game.
Radiation protection.
Sorry for teasing you.
Technology recharge.
You don't deserve that. Alright, so 2 minutes until I have the dihydrogen jelly. Might as well get a little bit more carbon while we're waiting, so that I can power up some more things, like my mining laser, recharging it. I'm full of snark.
Protection falling.
Yeah, I didn't mean to be that snarky. I apologize. It's in poor taste. I'm not a pirate yet, right? I'm a landlubber. I haven't gone anywhere. Haven't made a name for myself. I'm a king of nothing. Marooned on a planet. Alright. It's probably been almost long enough. Plus, my oxygen's really low. Ow, that hurt. I want to redo that as well.
Protection stabilizing.
Dihydrogen jelly in 30 seconds. I'm a captain landlubber. Yeah, exactly. I'm a nobody, but I'm the captain of my nobody ship. Oh, some nav data. And sometimes these damaged machinery can like give you nice things early on as well. Like nanites. Although 27 nanites ain't much. The last one gave me like a mining upgrade, which was much better. Alright, there we go. So now we have our dihydrogen jelly and pure ferrite that the wait a minute. Where's my dihydrogen jelly? It didn't... oh, whatever. I'll process it back over at the ship. Game's like... it finished! Psych!
Radiation protection falling.
Rude. Was that hell of a light? What was the name of that stone? Oh, holy light. Yeah, okay. Isn't it still in the refiner? No, when you pick up a refiner like that, the refiner dumps its contents back to you. And it gave me 51 dihydrogen jelly, which is what I put in. So it finished processing, but like... what I think might have happened is it like, might have ran out of power or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out once I'm back at the ship.
Received.
How am I feeling these days? In what sense? I'm feeling marooned on a an alien planet that's irradiating me. That's how I'm feeling. So, fixing the pulse engine. Done. And now it's saying the launch thrusters are broken too. I would have had the dihydrogen jelly, but the game was like, nope. So let's refine it again.
Technology recharge.
And when that's refining, I'll poke around for some more resources.
Radiation protection falling.
Shield module. Ah, great. That'll work. Seeing that I have 0 shields. Nope. Sometimes you can pick these up through the ground, but that one's a little too far down. And I'll have a terrain tool to be able to fetch it. The game will give that to me soon. So there's copper very close by. Uranium not too far away. That's really good. Because the tutorial will have me fetch that stuff soon. Alright, my life support and has protection is becoming a problem, so gotta hunker down in the ship again. How's my back been doing? Not any better, not any worse. I am out of oxygen. Got it. Come on, refiner. Yeah, it's got plenty of power left.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
Is that a large crystal that's mineable or not? Let's go see. And I think the refiner just finished as well. Yeah, there's some mineable crystals here. Ooh. Giving some free stuff. Now my life support's really low. I desperately need oxygen. And I'm just not seeing oxygen pop up on my scanner.
Radiation protection falling.
I mean, I don't use oxygen when I sit in the ship, but I'm not going to be able to go anywhere without it. Yeah, there is a cave next to the ship, that's true. I could try to find oxygen plants in there. Usually you get the oxygen nodes just like sitting around on the surface. You don't die immediately if you're wondering. Now, if I wanted to make life support gel, I would need dihydrogen jelly. You know what? I might actually have to use the dihydrogen jelly I just made for life support. And then I'll make more dihydrogen jelly once, my oxygen is, yeah, 84%. We're just gonna have to make another jelly. That's probably the best way to go about it. And then I'll go into the cave system to get a little bit more oxygen. There was just a sort of a lack of oxygen plants out on the surface, just by chance. Alright, that's pretty good. Last time you played, a stranger gave you stacks of oxygen? Yeah, the No Man's Sky gaming community is very non-toxic, which is excellent. Almost to the point where sometimes they give you a bit too much, and it can ruin the challenge. Like, for me, I'm playing single player, so it's really not an issue. But, like, if I was a brand new player, I wouldn't want to necessarily be gifted, like, 1,000,000 or 1,000,000,000 credits. Because, you know, a huge part of the game is earning better stuff, and you skip a lot of gameplay if you just get free handouts. Of course, you can always just throw that stuff, like, out. You know, so if someone hands you, like, an item worth, like, millions, you could just toss it or say no thank you. There's always that option. Well, this cave system had no oxygen. It has jellies, so I could, or dioxide, so I could make additional life support jelly, I guess. But we'll be off this planet in no time, so it's kind of moot. In fact, it's probably all set over there. Nope, 20 seconds. All right, launch systems are a go. So, this system I'm currently in has never been discovered by anyone else. Cool. I love starting in my own little corner of the galaxy. So, testing some flight control stuff. Little boost. And pulsing. Everything seems to work. And the jarbled communication.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Oh, don't be on the same planet. Ah, phooey. Alright, so the current priority is speed run awakenings. And that's going to allow us to get through the tutorial quickly. So I'm already, let's say, 25 minutes in or so, half an hour in. See if I can't. I'll probably not be able to do it in an hour. I think that's unrealistic, but an hour and a half tops. I want to be on that lovely planet. The one with the moon and the rings. Oh, well. So if you're wondering about the random stuff that I'm getting, I'll start refining it. So rusted metal refines into ferrite dust. And this should have a message for me. 16, yeah. Alright, now it wants me to build a base computer. And for that, I'm gonna need a train modifier tool. And for the terrain modifier tool, wow, there's a lot of animals in there around here. I'm going to need carbon, which unfortunately I just dumped all my carbon into the refinery. So, hey, refinery, give that back. Nope. Right, stop. Give me my carbon back. So I need a little bit more carbon to make the terrain tool. But I already have a dihydrogen jelly because I got it from one of those crates right there. Knowing how reliant I am upon oxygen, I'm going to go into this cave, get some of the hazardous flora stuff. Actually, let's scan. No, it's already scanned.
Radiation protection. Warning.
There's a lot of hazardous flora.
Radiation protection. Stabilizing.
Hey, buddy.
Units received.
That's funny. These, like, cave shroom things have the highest photoactivity. Yeah, what do you photosynthesize? Cave darkness? Well, I guess maybe that's why you're the most sensitive. But yeah, these little blobs gave me a lot of carbon, so that's great. Way more dense than the plants outside. So, there we go, terrain tool. So the next part is getting copper. But also I can start digging up science modules and the like. So there's copper 335 units that way. And that might be the closest copper. I don't have a lot of launch fuel for the engines on my ship, so I'm not gonna just like, oh, oxygen! Fully included. Alright, I'm not gonna need oxygen for a while. About to get about, I'm gonna guess, 350? Sweet, that solves that problem for a while. I do have a sentinel on my butt. Okay, good to know. And I'm reducing the radius size of my mining to the smallest. You get a lot more resources if you mine with the smallest size. Here are the sizes. So you have small, medium, large. You get about 6 times more resources per node on small than you do on large. Large is very wasteful. Very fast, but very wasteful. And I want something like 350 copper or so. So instead of having to continually look for more copper and mine it quickly, I might as well. Do I intend to build up a pirate base myself? Yeah, read the goals. Here it is. What indeed? I plan on having a pirate fleet, a dread fleet, and a pirate base, a smuggler base, all of it. Given that, given time, energy, effort, and follow-up streams. They made this game good now? Oh man, it's been good for years. Maybe not right when it came out, but it's been a very solid title for a long time now. Where is the ship? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to refill my radiation protection a little manually. So now I need chromatic metal in order to make a base computer. So the copper can be refined into chromatic metal. So the base computer costs 30 chromatic metal, but I know I'm going to need more chromatic metal later on, so I just decided to get a whole lot of it now. I like how the weather's radioactive humidity. Sounds delicious. Hey, Feathers Biped, thank you for the resub. I too am a featherless biped. I'm not really... You know what? If I'm gonna be putting down a base computer, I'm gonna find like a nicer planet for it. So... let's blast off and scan the other planets in the solar system, because I don't necessarily have to be at this one. I just need a base computer. Hey, Rosola, thank you for the gifted subs. I don't have a hyperdrive yet, so I can't leave the solar system, but I'd rather, like, not... Oh, maybe that little blue planet. That one looks pretty good. Alright, so we have a contoured planet here with copper, gold, cobalt. What about this one? Looks a little hot. Maybe it's nice. Sometimes that color brown is just fertile terrain. Oh yeah, that's fertile terrain, but it's worm-ridden. It's infested. It's an infested paradise, which means it's not really a paradise anymore. The lovely blue one is not lovely. It's just blue. Pyrite salt. Oh, so it's like a dried out ocean bed planet. All right. I missed. There we go. Another dead planet. I'm gonna see if there's any other planets in this system. Oh, there's a moon behind math. I can see on my little HUD, orange HUD ball there, that there's two orbital bodies over there. Okay. So let's go behind math. So this one was supercritical, meaning irradiated. It might be the best that we have access to. It doesn't really matter. It's not where I'm like planning on actually putting down a base. I probably should just throw it down and speed through the tutorial instead. Are asteroids big enough to build on them? No, they are not. Okay, I'm just gonna go supercritical planet, whatever. It has magnetized ferrite on it, and uranium. Both can be useful. So, in terms of building bases, the game allows you to either build a base on planets or moons, or on a freighter. You can also have space bases on freighters. And I'm planning on having both. Alright, there's the base computer. I'm gonna put the refinery down as well, because I'm gonna start refining the random weird stuff in my inventory, like the living slime into runaway mold. Can I show you what you should do to hatch a living ship? No, I can't show you that. It's like light years beyond what I'm able to show as a brand new playthrough. All right. So now it wants me to make like a tiny little 1x1 hut base. I'm gonna get a little carbon for the timber structure. What is runaway mold used for? Refines it in nanites at like a really low conversion rate. So it's better than nothing, but it's not particularly efficient.
Radiation protection falling. Weather warning. Incoming storm.
I need a little pure ferrite for my roof. And then the door. There we go. Which is good, because there's a storm out. Thank you for watching No Man's Sky Outlaw, which originally streamed live on Twitch, September 17th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, a link can be found in the description of this video. My Discord members can vote for the games I play, so if you would like more No Man's Sky, please consider joining Discord and voting for it. It won't be played unless it becomes a popular voted option. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow outlaws,